Alright, time for some magical studio effects here. You ready for this? You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. What? Hold on. What? Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! We have lights, ladies and gentlemen. The lights is what we have. Hello, everybody. My name is Nathan, and today I'm going to be reviewing my first ever album, In the Lonely Hour by Sam Smith. So let's start off with it and get into the pluses of this album. I'm going to start off by saying that Sam's voice is almost perpetually phenomenal on this record. All of this album's golden moments are just Sam crooning over these really light instrumentations full with pianos, guitars, cellos, and violins, and his voice just sounds so sad and melancholy the whole time, and you so badly want to just feel what he's feeling and just commiserate with him, but you really can't, unfortunately, because a lot of the instrumentals on this record are just awkward and have no sense of melody and are just random. The instrumentals, for the most part, actually hold him back. You're just really trying to immerse yourself into this world, this story that Sam is creating for you, but you're always distracted. You're always distracted by these instrumentals, these random and awkward instrumentals, again, that are just have no place in the soul sounds that Sam's voice has. Even on the tracks where his voice really does kind of shine through, with the exception of one song that I'll get to in a second. Even on the stronger songs, it seems like he has to hold back just belting out his voice, which we don't get at all. We don't have a moment on this record where he's just belting and singing to what sounds like his full potential. But it seems like he has to hold back his voice so that these really awkward instrumentals can fill the space. On the track Stay With Me, Sam has to use his voice to compete with this really loud and obnoxious, even robotic sounding gospel choir or whatever. And it doesn't kill the song because Sam's voice really is that strong, but it really does kind of throw a wet blanket over what could have been a truly moving piece. On the song Not in That Way, we get an opening guitar intro that sounds something along the lines of Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley, or even Everybody Hurts by REM, and it seems like we're going to start to get that kind of ballad, and you know, it's cool because Sam has the kind of voice that can back a song like that, but the same riff is played over and over and over again, and the song goes nowhere, and it just ends up being another emotionless, random composition that just sucks all the soul out of Sam's voice, unfortunately. And the composition that was written for his voice really doesn't help too much either. The only flawless song on this record is Leave Your Lover. It takes all of the good elements from this record, you know, the Sam's deep, rich, honey-sounding voice and the light instrumentals with good songwriting, and just pieces them together into this really touching ballad. All it has is a piano, a guitar, and a cello, and a violin or two, and it's the only composition that doesn't feel awkward. And it's just Sam crooning over these instruments. It doesn't blow me away, but I don't necessarily think it has to blow me away, because it's just meant to be a very nice, soothing, but at the same time, just moving and emotional, soft ballad, and that's exactly what it is. With the song I'm Not the Only One, I almost felt like there could have been a bit more instrumentation, a bit more, just variety of instruments to kind of fill the space, because there were these really brooding, melancholy sounding keys that were kind of playing over the whole song, but at the same time there was also this really annoying boom bap kind of feeling drum fill that was just playing over the entire song. It seemed like these two instruments, Sam's voice and the keys, were always working in direct opposition to this really loud, annoying bass drum part. And herein lies what I think is the biggest problem with this record, and the reason that there's so many awkward sounding instrumentals, pop instrumentals, over a very soulful sounding Sam Smith, is because this record, at its core, I suppose, is supposed to be a pop record. It's produced like a pop record, and unfortunately it is a pop record, although it should be a soul record. The executives probably had it in their mind that they were producing this, this teen actor or actress who turned mediocre pop star, and they found out at the last minute that this guy wasn't actually one of those. He was a guy with a really soulful voice who had a deep story to tell from his heart, and they were like, oh shit, now we have to put instruments behind this guy. We have to have people play instruments behind this guy. And they just threw together these awkward instrumentals and these random voice compositions together at the last minute, and it just turned out, it resulted in this really, really clumsy sounding record. Sam Smith is great. Almost everything else isn't. The only actual critique I have for Sam's vocals is the parts where he goes up into his head voice to sing the higher notes, especially on tracks like the first track, Money on My Mind. He which I'm not even sure was his choice to do. I'm assuming it isn't, but I could be wrong about that. He goes into his head voice to sing these high notes, which sounds really whiny and scratchy and doesn't fit this soul atmosphere that he's built for himself, just like the rest of the instrumentals do. He actually blends in with these really trendy sounding electronic sounds on this song, and it just sounds really weird, really awkward. All in all, it is a shame that this really heartfelt, emotional performance had to be muddied by these really awkward, random, half-assed instrumentals, and I can't give Sam a 100% mulligan. Of course, I can't say that, it's the producer's fault and he has no fault in this, because there are, rather, every song on this record has his name in the songwriting credits, but at the same time, there are also a ton of other people in every single credit of this song. Every single song just has tons of names under the songwriting credits. So I still wonder sometimes, how good his songwriting actually could be. It leaves that question open. Like, is he a good songwriter? Did he have much of a say in any of these songs that he wrote? Or did he just kind of sit back and let these other people kind of write the songs for him? We don't know how much he actually contributed to it. So, in the future, what I would like to see is just Sam Smith alone writing his entire record by himself. Maybe with a couple little bits of help here and there might not hurt. But see him being the songwriter. See him step up to the plate as the primary songwriter and write a record where it's just him using his voice to his full potential and creating instrumentals that better complement his voice. Because even though a lot of the good songs were nice, I don't feel like they were 100%. I don't feel like they really could have, I feel like they definitely could have been better. They were passable at best. I don't feel like we've heard 100% what Sam's true potential sounds like, and I don't even think he's heard what his 100% true potential sounds like. So maybe with the next record, or with a couple records to come, he can really show us what his 100% true potential sounds like, because I don't really think we got that with this record at all. Uh-oh. I lost my lighting section. Light again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked this video and if you want to see more, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot. Share this page, get it around to other people. Also, if you want to check out my Facebook page, I post all the videos I make there on the Facebook page. then please follow there. I'll put a link to the description, and please like the page and share it around once again with as many people as you can. That would be awesome. Thank you guys very much. See you around.